Residents are evacuated from an East London tower block after a fire caused by a lithium battery.
Drivers have faced disruption all day on London's busiest motorway after a lorry caught fire on the M25. The HGV burst into flames last night after it hit a safety barrier between Sevenoaks and Surrey. The driver escaped with minor injuries. Miles of congestion added several hours onto journeys this afternoon. A fire that led to around 30 people being evacuated from a residential tower block in Plaistow was caused by the failure of a lithium battery. The fire was on the balcony and interior of a flat on the 10th floor of the 15th-storey block on Queen's Road West. 2 people were treated at the scene. 1 of them was taken to hospital.
A fire that led to the evacuation of around 30 residents from a tower block in East London this morning was caused by the failure of a lithium battery. Dozens of firefighters were sent to the scene in Queen's Road West in Plaistow. 1 person was taken to hospital, but no one was seriously hurt. With more details, here's our reporter, Nikki Ford.
A frightening sight to wake up to for people living in Scott House. Residents capture the moment a 3-bedroom flat on the 10th floor catches fire and appears to rapidly get worse. At around 8 o'clock this morning, the police and London Fire Brigade arrived to tackle it, where it took 70 firefighters and 10 fire engines to get the fire under control.
It was quite scary, I would say, because I was just in the house and at that time the kids were getting ready to school. I have to actually drag them out of the house because, number one, I don't know if the fire is coming from the top of the building or the bottom of the building, so it was quite a daunting moment.
2 men who were in the flat were treated at the scene by the London Ambulance Service. Around 40 other residents were sent to a nearby community centre, some still in their dressing gown and slippers and clearly in a state of shock. Shipper lives on the 13th floor above the flat that caught fire. His was one of 4 floors that were heavily damaged. He told me he could see the clothes on his balcony getting burnt.
Yeah, I got very scared. I have to say, I got very scared. I never saw anything like that. I never experienced anything like that in my life. But this is very scary. And when you have your own family with you, let's just say you got a child, you got a pregnant wife, then it is very scary because more than yourself, you're going to think about your wife and your kids.
Well, as for the cause of the fire, the London Fire Brigade were quickly able to determine it was caused by a lithium battery, the debris of which was found in the flat. And they've been called out to 131 fires so far this year caused by lithium batteries. People were gradually being sent back to their homes once their properties were checked to make sure they were safe. But for those whose homes are badly damaged, that could take weeks.
I know a lot of people have lost their properties, personal belongings. I know how difficult and challenging that can be. But the most important thing is no life was lost.
Relief then, as it could have been so much worse. But concern remains at how quickly the fire spread. Nikki Ford, BBC London.